Hey y'all, I'm going to be walking you through a number cake tutorial from start to finish. This is the number cake that I made for this tutorial, but you can of course make it any color, any design. This is just the one that I had to make for a client, and so we're going to be walking you through it. So all the links are going to be in my description down below. I have all my recipes listed in my Etsy. The client requested vanilla bean. I only offered in vanilla bean chocolate or funfetti, and because it is a double digit, it's a number 13, I need to make a quadruple batch of my vanilla bean cake recipe because each digit needs a double batch of cake, and that's just to make sure that it's like kind of thick enough and it's enough cake for the client for what they're paying. I charge $60 per digit. And so I want to make sure that they have lots of cake to make sure that they're getting their money's worth. And you really don't want the cake layers to be too thin or else they will be dry. So that's the reason why I do so much cake. I put this on a 13 by 9 inch pan, but a half sheet works great. I'm just ridiculously attached to these pans. I've had them since I was 18 and they're clean. They're just so old that they look kind of scary. I lay parchment paper down. This is just my process and it's what works best for me. So I lay parchment paper down, split the cake batter in two, and then I'm going to spread it out. You're going to see me spend quite a bit of time, even though this is sped up, spreading it out and making sure that it gets into every corner. You really are going to need every square inch of this when you're cutting the numbers out. So you really want to make sure you get it into every corner. And then I'm going to bake it off. And when it comes out of the oven, you're going to let it cool for 5 minutes and then cover the top with saran wrap. And you're going to put it in the freezer overnight. So it's important to make sure that you bake these cakes the night before because they need to be in the freezer in order for you to get a clean cut when you're cutting the numbers out. Each digit of my number cakes gets 3 of everything, so that's why I'm making 6, because I'm doing the number 1 and the number 3. So 6 chocolate-covered pretzels that have edible shimmer spray and edible glitter because I'm just extra like that. And then 6 chocolate-covered strawberries. I put a toothpick in the top of the strawberry so that it's easier to hold, and I custom colored this white chocolate. And then I'm going to put my favorite sprinkles ever, which I also linked down below. These are River Road sprinkles. And I just kind of put that on there, and then I'm doing all 6. And then after I do the 6 strawberries, I'm going to do 6 mini chocolate bars with my leftover chocolate. And these are just like little custom bars that my clients love. And then this client added on hand-painted animal print macarons. These are not included in my $120 price. I charge $250 each for these added on to the price. And she wanted my like signature animal print macarons. I'll link all of the paints and paintbrushes down below. If you're interested, these are the best. And I can do a more in-depth tutorial on animal print, but this is just super sped up. And then I'm going to fill them with my vanilla bean buttercream, and I'm going to stick them in the fridge so that when I handle them to put them on the cake, they're cool and I don't mess them up. This is a 21-inch piping bag. You want a really big one so you don't have to refill it halfway through because I hate getting buttercream on my hands. And then I custom colored it, filled the piping bag, and now I'm scraping it down with my little plastic bench scraper. And then these are the number templates I use. I will link them down below. They're not mine. Okay, most important part. Take the cake out of the freezer. You're going to flip the cake onto the saran wrap. You're going to peel the parchment paper off so it's not stuck. And it will come up, as you can see. It takes me a little bit, but I'm gentle. Flip it back over. It's completely unstuck, but you're going to put the parchment paper back down on it. Flip it back over. Take the saran wrap off. Put the number templates that you cut out down. You're going to cut them. This is just a little paring knife that I have, and you're going to cut them out really good. You're not going to throw the number templates away because you're going to have to cut another 1 and another 3 out for the second layer. So I just lay them off to the side. I take all the extra cake out and I put it in a gallon Ziploc bag and save it to make cakesicles. And then you're going to get a cake board. I prefer white, but right now I can only find gold and silver. So this is a 13 by 9 inch cake board. I'll have it linked down below as well. And the reason I don't like the gold metallic at all is because they're not forgiving. Like you can see every smudge. So you can see I'm being super careful because if I move this at all, there's going to be smudge marks all over the board that are like very easy to see. So that's why white is my preference if you can find it. And then you're going to put a layer of frosting down. So this is that frosting I custom colored. And you're going to do the whole process again. So you're going to cut out using your second layer of cake that you made and had in the freezer. You're going to peel the parchment off. Take the saran wrap off, cut the 1 and the 3 out with your same number templates. Now you can throw the number templates away. You're going to take the extra cake off, put it in a gallon Ziploc, save it for cakesicles or cake pops, put the second layer on top, and then you're going to put your final layer of frosting on. You can see me like kind of run out of frosting, but it's okay because you'll see in the end it all works out. But yes, make sure you make enough frosting. Now I'm going to lay on all of my items. So each digit gets 3. So 3 chocolate covered pretzels, 3 chocolate covered strawberries, 3 mini chocolate bars, 3 macarons, the whole 3 of everything. The number 3 is what fits the best in my opinion on these. Like, I just think 3 of everything looks, I don't know, it just looks right. But you can do whatever you want, of course. And this is just what I top mine with, but you can totally change it up. This is just easy for me because, like, if the client requests pink, then I just color everything pink. Or if the client requests pink and white, then, you know, it's just easy for me. And then these are my macarons. They're cold, so that way I'm not, like, messing them up when I'm putting them on the cake. And again, this is an add-on, so she paid an additional $15 for the macarons to be added on the cake. So total, this cake would have come out to $135. And then I do fresh flowers. So typically I do 2 different kinds of fresh flowers, like 1 kind per digit. So if it's a 2-digit cake like this, the client would get 2 different kinds of fresh flowers, but the instructions for this cake were muted, neutral, and white. And so I opted to just do only white carnations because I really wanted to adhere to what she said, even though I kind of wanted to put pink on this, but I didn't. So for this one, I did just white, but typically I would do 2 different kinds of flowers, and I'll put some other examples of my number cakes in the end of this video so you can see them. And then I just kind of go in and fill in all the gaps with the same sprinkle blend that I would use on the chocolate covered strawberries. This is of course optional. I just think that it like looks good. I think it adds, I don't know, it like finishes the cake off in my mind. So I'm just kind of sprinkling the sprinkles all over randomly and in places where I think it looks like a little bit bald. And then that's the number cake. I set it to the side. Boxes will be linked down below. This is a Wilton window box. These are my favorite. I can't find them in bulk anywhere at a decent price. These are $3.50 each. And it's a 14 by 9 inch, I think. I don't know. I have it linked down below. I put the cake in. I have my business card and a care card. Put that lovely window box top on, and then I finish my cakes by tying them off with some raffia ribbon, and I put baby's breath on the ribbon, but you cannot put baby's breath on cakes or anything that your clients are eating. It is toxic, so don't do that. I just put it on top because it's pretty, and this is of course not going to touch any food. But yeah, don't use baby's breath on your cakes. If you're doing that, stop. It's toxic. Okay, and then I put my little thank you cookies that I custom make for every client in the corner, and we're done, baby. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Wait, I'm not done yet. Here's some examples of other ones I've done, just so you guys can see, like, the versatility. This is the one that kicked off my whole business. That 21 pink thing kicked off, like, my whole number letter cake business. But this is just, like, so you guys can see the versatility of what you can do with these. And there's more on my Instagram if you want to check it out. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.